Today we're crossing the Mekong point where the Mekong, and you might have to turn the volume down because it's really loud. We're on a ferry leaving Phnom Penh. The Phnom Penh side of the village on the other side. 500, 5 degrees, 5 degrees, and I'm going to put the camera up because we are right now. All right. Really impromptu, so I don't have the gimbal. Let's walk out to where we can see. All right. That, I'm getting frozen. Getting frozen? Okay. Erica, you were watching just a minute ago. I don't know if I cut out or you cut out, but what I'm showing you right now is where the Tonle Sap, that's where I'm pointed right now, and the Mekong meet. Mekong's over on that side. The larger river is the Mekong, so they're really just joining to form the Mekong. Tonle Sap feeds into it. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can actually see the point where the Tonle Sap's muddy brown water ends and the Mekong's somewhat clearer, still river water, begins. Turn the camera around, see the city. I know, Erica, my battery is really low. So this will be a brief post anyway, but all right. Show this spot. Now, at some point in the future, we will come back to Phnom Penh, and there's a great biking trip that you can do. Obviously, they're not running right now, no business right now. But yeah, I want to do this biking trip. It takes this ferry across, goes to the village that we're going to. And we're booking it pretty fast, so we may actually get to see some of the village on the other side before my battery up chucking dies. But yeah, I think it's very cool. I like transport. It's my shtick. So whenever I see a ferry, a train, or some other interesting form of transportation, I like to capture that. This point where they meet looks kind of ritzy. It looks like a fancy hotel. There is a section of Phnom Penh in town. It's just high-end hotels, casino. Money has to find somewhere to spend itself. On to the end of it. Erica, you can tell me what you think. I've been thinking about doing kind of impromptu things like this if we ever get some members and making that our members only area. Although maybe they don't want impromptu stuff, they want scheduled stuff. I don't know, what do you think? Also, you viewing in the future, chime in on this. Leave some comments down below. And you viewing in the present, Erica. You're the only one I told about this. Erica helped out with a little contribution to the channel, and she demanded that I do immediately a river crossing. So I'm obliging her. That's right. The shenanigans are the best part, Eric. Right. I have to include the shenanigans in the planning. The spontaneous shenanigans. We've got about half of the battery left, so I think we're going to get to see a little bit of the village at least. I want to tell you this was $500 to get over here, so that is 12 and a half cents. It's a pretty cheap tour. If you want cheap vacation ideas, this is a pretty good one. I like ferry rides anyway, but this is located just north of that cluster of tall buildings, which is a lot of high-end hotels and casinos and things, and makes for a really convenient spot to get a great view of the city. A nice, cool trip. It's the only place in town where the temperature is not excruciating. That's what we look like, guys. Oh, they've got an upstairs part. Oh, we do too. I just didn't notice it. Look. To be up there shooting. I was such a dumb man. I got a big one. Of course, it's empty. View of that. I don't even know if I would call that the downtown, really. I think farther north is where the old city is. You know, outside the United States, you generally have an old city and a new city instead of a downtown. We call it downtown, and then we bulldoze everything that has any historic value and put up a skyscraper. Yeah, it is pretty quick. That's why I was. Watched. This is the one the tour goes to. Not going to see much of the village before the battery goes out. I would use that dating app. I'm not serious. I wouldn't actually, because it would involve dating. But it sounds like fun, and that's the important thing. Run over. Also, we're pulling in. It's just a dirt patch. It's fine. I am living on the edge. It's actually at 22%. It's just that once it hits 20, it starts to drop really fast. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a nice little spot, cafe or something in the village over here. All these cars and bikes and things drive right off and not try to jump in front of them. So, Mr. Cautious. You know, I thought one thing, just to do some channel conversation here for a minute. It might be good to put some like 15-minute episodes instead of having them all be 1 and 2 hours. Like this whole shebang. All right. Gorgeous people. I was the only person on foot. Within the next 1 or 2 percentage points of the battery, let's head up into the village. See, I'm saying village, I guess it's like a suburb. But it's amazing how a ferry will turn a place like this into calm and peaceful, but close to the city. And a bridge will just cause development to go nuts. Which, I mean, you know, if you own the property, I guess you're happy about that. If you just have to put up with rising prices, you're probably not. I think the pedestrian exit is over there. Better to get shots of the river. Again, guys, I usually have a gimbal, which helps a lot with the steadiness of the shot, but I just did this without any planning, which is nice. It makes me realize I should probably keep that gimbal wherever I go. Also, the sun is such that I cannot see the screen right now, so I don't know where my battery's at. Oh, right. A little. All right, now let's get in the shade.
Jag är det och kan kommer då det personer som tar över. Jag är med sig